Listen, you're on tour right now. October 10th, the new album come out, so you feeling the album, you feeling the response. Too Late to Be Toxic. In this world where everybody is like, you got Toxic being marketed like never before in this day and time. Like, what made you say it's too late to be toxic, to come up with the title of the album?
Honestly, I feel like a lot of my fans like to call me like the toxic queen. And I feel like for me personally, I have done a lot of toxic things in my life. I'm probably still have a lot of toxic habits and traits. I think I'm just outgrowing them. I really love love. I've never even got to experience it until like now with my girlfriend now, but I was used to having so many girlfriends and having so much fun and cheating, lying, and doing all these different things. And I realized as I started to build my relationship with God, I was just like, it's like a lot of things I can't do no more because I feel convicted. I feel conflicted in doing it. And I was just like, man, like, I gotta just get away from this. And so with this project, I was just being vulnerable. I was being honest, letting it be known what I was doing, how I was doing it, and that I just don't want to do this shit no more.
Yeah, you've been in the game for a while now. You hit the scene 2019. When you first hit, what was on your mind? Like, what was you thinking? Like, when you went to go create the music, how was the experience coming into the game?
It was exciting because like I started out making music with my dad when I was like 15 years old in high school. My freshman year, sophomore year, I was just making songs, dropping them on SoundCloud. I didn't think nothing of it. I was just trying to be competitive because I thought I was gonna be a track star, like on some FloJo type of vibes. And my dad, he loved music. He made him and my mom's closet into a studio. Damn. And so I would always hear that every night, like doom, doom, doom. And I'd be like, Dad, like, you always up, like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm making this music, man. I gotta take us there, and he just was really inspired. And he was like, you gotta do music. You see these kids, mindless behavior, OMG girls, like, you gotta get into that music scene. And I always walked around the house singing, but I never really had I never really wanted to do music. And so when I started to make it with him, it built our relationship up, and I was like, I'm really good at this. And so as I started to get later into like doing music on SoundCloud and just later in high school, people were just saying I was really good. Radio shows in Houston were like reaching out, posting my stuff, and I was like, I need to graduate early. And I went to another school to graduate early. They was not trying to accept me. They were saying I was like, they were just saying like, just from behavior, like a lot of fights, but I was never the one trying to fight. I think it was just the type of school I went to. I just had to protect myself, and just a lot of tardies, like very like a lot of absence failing. And so I had to play my music for them, and I told them, I was like, one day I'm gonna be famous, like y'all have to let me into school. And they were like, we like your music, but they were like, you mess up one time, you ain't gonna be able to get in here. And her name was Miss Mabry, and she let me, and she accepted me. And I kid you not, 2 months into school, I graduated early, and then I kept just grinding, going to the studio secretly because my parents ended up getting a divorce. And I couldn't record with nobody. My mama is strict. She was not letting me record with no strangers. Yeah, that's good money. So I just started recording with people like under the table, like just real quiet. And then shit just started bringing more light to me. Performed at South by Southwest for the first time. Knew my life was finna change at that moment. Because I always heard when you go to South by Southwest, it means like you doing stuff. And at that time, Say Cheese was a really big thing because he's from Dallas as well. And I know he's from Philly.
He's from Philly too.
Yeah. And so, I met him, and he put me on the radar over there, and my life just started dramatically changing, and randomly got hit up by Def Jam, and it kind of just went on.
Was
from
it
there.
Quick for you? Did it happen quick?
It happened really quick, but I think it was one of those things where it was like I kind of was determined just from seeing my dad's drive, and I knew that he really wanted it bad, and he wanted it for me bad, and it was like getting signed straight out of high school too was pretty crazy for me. And I didn't go to prom. I didn't do none of those things. I kind of just walked the stage, and they're like, "Kyla Kaash Paige Wallo," and all my friends just clapping for me, like screaming, taking pictures with them. And I was like, I really did what I said I was gonna do.
Like, how was it? Like, when you first got into the industry, was it what you thought it was gonna be, or was it more hurdles, or what was going through your mind?
I feel like it was most definitely what I thought it was gonna be. Fame came really fast, getting flown out to all these different labels, trying to pick who to go with, not wanting my family involved because my mom was really scared, and I thought that scaredness was gonna make me like just not do it at all. And so being really naive, not looking at contracts, wanting to just sign because I seen money and I seen fame. And so I didn't sign a pretty good deal, but I'd say that deal changed my life. And so,
Why did it change your life?
Because I feel like if I wouldn't have took the opportunity, I don't know if I would still be Kaash Paige, like if I would be where I am now. I feel like it taught me so much. Like I'm out of that contract now, but I feel like if I didn't go through it or experience it, I wouldn't have known what a real good contract looks like or what leverage feels like. I had all the leverage in the world. I could have, negotiated the contract better, but it was just me. I was just trusting everybody around me to lead me the right way. But, God is a very intentional man, and he knew what he was doing.
Did you have a lawyer?
I used their lawyer.
You hold up. You used a label lawyer to help you?
Yeah.
And did you was like, oh yeah, he got me. And then after the fact, you was like, I used a label lawyer to help me and things ain't go right.
Yeah, and then you read more into the contract and it's like, it says that like, just because you use our lawyer doesn't make, won't breach this contract. So, yeah.
Yeah, but so how was you able to get out of the contract?
I have a really good relationship with Tunji.
Okay, Tunji, shout out to Tunji.
Yeah, shout out Tunji.
Man, he's a beast.
I love
Tunji.
He's
a beast.
Because I got signed over when Peter Rosenberger was over there. And I reached out to Tunji and I was like, Tunji, I've been over here since I was 18. I'm 24 now. I left when I was 22. I was like, I love you to death. I love Def Jam. I love everything that y'all have done for me. But I said, it's time for me to enter a new chapter in my life. I said, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I need to leave. And I was like, can I please leave Def Jam? Because at that time, they were low-key kind of dropping artists like flies. And so I was like, this might be the perfect time to ask, but I also didn't know if I recouped or I'd be able to get out. And he said, Kaash is a big ask, but he said, I don't want to be anybody in your story that held you back.
Shout out to Tunji.
Yeah, he was like, let me talk to the label, let me talk to the attorneys and see what we can do. He said, give me a few months and I'll hit you. Kid you not, like I was talking to everybody about it. A lot of people were just like, you're dumb. Like if you get out of Def Jam, like your career is gonna be over. Like nobody's gonna know about you. You're gonna be a has-been. Like it just raps for you. And I was just like, that's the devil. The devil's trying to get in my head to keep me in this. I need to get out of this. I don't know what's for me. It's scary. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get signed again, but let me just get out. And Tunji texted me literally as all that spiritual warfare was coming. And he was like, hey, I got good news. I'm gonna be able to let you out, but just keep a promise to me. He was like, just don't go bashing us. And I was like, I'm not even that type of person.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, I got you, man. I was like, I promise you, I won't ever forget this. And he was just like, let me know if you ever need anything. And then kind of just parted ways. And that voided my contract with the other team that I signed to. It was a production team.
That was major, and then you was able to just go.
Yeah.
How was it starting off? Like, first of all, before we get to that, who was the positive voice in your life that was like, no, you're gonna be cool when you leave. You could do it. Did you have somebody that was positive out of everybody else telling you was gonna be stupid? I
feel like my parents. My parents were really like, they were extremely happy that I was like leaving. Them and like Tavish Chakwe, he was the A&R that brung me over to Def Jam. Just talking to him about it, he was just like, man, like I think this is gonna be big for you, and I honestly didn't know what was gonna happen for me because you leave a major and then you kind of just try to figure it out. I feel like a lot of people kind of just move away because they're just like, yeah, like, oh, you're gonna be a one-hit wonder. Oh, you got love songs, this and that. But it's like I got a huge catalog outside of love songs. Like love songs, I feel like that's my Mariah Carey. Yeah. When Mariah Carey come on, like obviously she's a huge, like I love Mariah Carey, but you know what I mean? Like when Christmas come around, it's going up. And I feel like that's how I feel about love songs. And that song's so special because I made it with my dad. And so like when I left, I was like, I'm still gonna have leverage. I still have a good name. I'm still, being able to sell out shows or just do shows in general. And I left, and it was kind of, it was kind of quiet for me, and a lot of people didn't want to sign me, and it was kind of hard. Honestly, it was really hard. I got signed earlier this year by Rostrum, but I got signed last year.
Rostrum, ain't they the ones that had Wiz Khalifa early in his career? I remember hearing that name. He used to always say Rostrum on his early stuff.
And it's crazy because I'm a huge fan of Mac Miller. And earlier this year when I was in Paris, I swear to God, earlier this year when I was in Paris, Mac Miller was in my dream. And he was like just sitting in the studio. And I just got done doing an interview saying like the people I would work with that are like, past or whatever. And he was in my dream and he gave me a hug and he was like, congratulations on signing with Rostrum. He was like, they're gonna do right by you. He was like, just stay down, just keep doing what you're doing.
If I ain't mistaken, I think they from Pennsylvania. They from Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
they from Pittsburgh.
Benji, shout out Benji. Yeah. Benji's a really good man. The whole team's a really good team. And it was life changing. Like being able to go from people not calling my phone, people not trying to deal with me. Like, cause I have like a feel like the people that all follow me, right? I can reach out to all these A&Rs, all these execs, presidents of all these companies. I'm reaching out to them. Their whole thing was, like, you were just with Def Jam, like, we don't know this, and that. Like, oh, you were still in UMG, like, this might. And I feel like, to me, it was bullshit because I get a hit song right now.
Everybody calling you.
They gonna call and be like, yo, Kaash, like, we gotta lock in, this, and that. But I believe God did it exactly how it was supposed to be. And I was about to sign last year, but whenever I was in the midst of signing, this dude was trying to sign me. And, you know, like, I don't like the thing where it's like, say for instance, you're an artist and I'm like, yo, man, I got your best interest. Like, I got a homie over at Republic. Let me get you signed over there. And I'm genuinely trying to get you signed. This one dude tried to get me signed and asked for like 20% of my masters. And it was like, oh, like, if I can't have 20% of your masters, like, you just can't do the deal. And I'm just like, bro.
20% of your masters. You know, just for the intro, just for a finder's fee.
Yeah.
So did that discourage you?
It most definitely discouraged me. And I already took the advance at that time. So, and I came out to Rashma about like, should I have to like pay them back? Like, I had to pay them back the advance and just from taking the money from them. Yeah, and like, that hurt me too, because I was like, I just went back to LA, everything going right. And I'm like, I did the deal with these people, and this dude like, well, you really can't do the deal now because you didn't get my 20%. And I was just like, damn, people are so evil, man. Like, I've never been that type of person, but also I feel like I can't expect people to be like me. And this is business, you know, it's not personal. But yeah, it's just been, you know, a hard journey when it came to like leaving the major and then trying to find my way again. And then now it's like I'm going back on tour, and my first tour when I was at, 2023 when I was with Def Jam, every show sold out, crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm with CAA, and then I just did the China tour, sold out. Like, my overseas fan base is amazing, huge. And I do this tour and it's like, it's indie, and it's like still seeing my fans still supporting me. I'm only on the third show now. None of the shows have sold out. But it's like, I had to tell myself, you're starting from scratch again, but your scratch isn't everybody else's scratch. And just be grateful that you're even able to step on the stage, because God has so many plans for you. And I started off my life so fast. Like, from house parties to song blowing up to them asking me to be on main stages, finna embarrass myself. And so it's like, I feel like this was how I was supposed to start off anyways. And then the other night on the SOB stage, I started crying because I was like, damn, like, my A&R at the time had told me, he said, just know, when you perform at SOBs, your life's about to change. And that was when I was 18. And that same day, my mom sent me a picture of me in New York on that same day doing a press run. And it's been a minute since I've been in New York. And so I was just like, wow, like, it felt like a full circle moment. So I'm just like mad grateful. I'm even grateful for like us to be even talking right now,
I told you years ago, I was like, yo, I just DM'd you, I was like, yo, this is hot, you hot. I was like, you gonna keep going, I just be seeing things, and I don't know, I just like music, and I like people that's just them. And you had something that stood out, and the song was just dope. I'm like, yo, this joint hard, like, you know what I mean? You. But it was still like, everybody still ain't know. You knew, but you didn't. And I think when it's something that was like, it's boutique, but it's not, it's something special. It got time, and it got space. I believe, like, it's not about being hot, it's about being permanent. And what you're doing is permanent.
Oh, thank you so much.
Permanent is, like I told you, permanent is like where it's not about being hot this year or next year. It's about people connecting with an audience that are always going to vibe with you whenever you decide to step outside. You ain't got to step out. It ain't no pressure, because I think now artists got this false pressure of, if I don't see you every day on social media, if you don't post every day, if you're not showing me your life, you're cold, it is over. No, that's not your people. At all. Your people is not, people is like, go back and live so you can tell us some more stories. Yeah, they like, excited. Come back, yeah. So how was life for you when you was going through the journey, relationship-wise? Was you in your toxic world? What was going on through all this stuff going? You leaving the label, people playing games with you, trying to figure it out, you trying to get a deal. What was life and relationships about? Man, I have a huge testimony, and like, a lot of my team, they don't want me to speak about it because it's like they think I'm a little bit too personal. But I don't give a fuck. Yeah. It was very hard for me. I went through a lot of spiritual warfare. Coming into the game, being around people that represent the devil, rituals, all these different things. I was really into stuff like that because I'm like, oh, that's what's gonna get me there. Like, I need to be around those type of people. I need to be representing this. And I didn't have a really strong foundation or relationship with God. And I feel like in the midst of my transition, God worked on me so much. He took me away from smoking weed, drinking,
He took me away from people. A lot of people left my life. And he took me away from the people that were doing the things that I had no business being around. And it was lonely, I will say. He took a lot of stuff from me. I used to have all this money. I was giving it to the wrong things. He made me broke. I have no money. I had to leave LA. And I kid you not, in the season of that, it kind of felt like the book of Job. And it made me closer to God than ever, because I thought that when I walked away from a lot of that stuff, I was going to be flooded. And I'm like, man, everything's about to come to me now because I'm choosing God. God don't work that way. God lets you know he loves you, and he's going to do everything to make sure that he restores everything that once was lost, but he's going to give it to you in a different way. The things that you might have seen as like the big houses and all the money and cars, all that stuff that you might have seen that was like, oh, I had it, I was really up there. That was nothing. That's all materialism. When your soul and your spirit's not right and it's corrupted, that's the part that he cares about. And I feel like for a long time I had to get that right, and now that it feels right, everything feels right around me. And I needed that, and I just feel so grateful that I'm on this journey with him, because it feels more impactful than whenever I first came up. Because when I first came out, up and out, I wasn't spiritually in tune with anything, you know?
It seemed like God remove and replace. Remove everything that's not meant for you and replace it with things that was truly meant for you. Because I think sometimes in our life, we feel as though like, oh man, you know, this is what I want, and we believe this is what we want. And sometimes I think the idea of what we want and what God wants for us is two different things. It's like we want what everybody else tell us that we should have, or we want what we see everybody else supposedly have, and we don't even really have a conversation with ourselves or a conversation with God to say, what is meant for me? And it's like, you know, I'm gonna do what I need to do by worshiping you, God, and having you in my life. So whatever's meant for me, you will provide. I shouldn't, but I think we have this idea of this design that everybody, it's like our mind is designed by all these people. It's like, you know how you walk through life? It's like everybody's mind is designed by all these people, and they not letting God help design their mind. So they just like this person, and you forget yourself. And it's like when God removed things out of your life, he replaced it with what was supposed to be in your life and was meant for you.
Exactly.
I think what's meant for everybody is different. No two people is the same. But I just think a lot of people, you know, when you're removed from God, you don't understand that.
You don't understand it at all.
Yeah.
And you feel spiritually lost. You feel confused all the time. And I feel like I always was trying to figure out what was for me. I would feel like when people walked out of my life, like, what did I do wrong? And I've always been the type of person, if I feel like I've done something wrong, because I'm not the best person at times, you know, if I'm disrespectful or whatever, at least I'll take accountability for it. But when people used to leave my life, I used to not understand. And shit, just before this tour, me and my management parted ways. I was trying my best to make sure, hey, whatever I've done, you know, in this partnership that has made you feel a certain type of way, I truly apologize. And they're like, no, everything's good. And it was like, in the midst of everything happening, tour, all these different things, they walked away, the project dropping, they walked away. And I was like, wow. And I was and I felt the intuition. I was like, man, I feel like they about to walk away from me. I was like, God, I trust you. And it's crazy. Like, I feel the best ever. And like, no shade to them. It's like they commented on my stuff, but it's like, I wish them nothing but the best. But it's like one of those things where it's like people falling, you know, like falling, I wouldn't say falling off from your journey, but it's like just what you just said, like God removes and replaces. He haven't replaced me with a new team yet, but I think he showed me and allowed me to experience it to let me know, like, okay, when a new team does come in, you'll know exactly who to, you know, trust, who to build with, and these will be your destiny helpers. And I believe they were destiny helpers in my journey, but I feel like in the new elevation parts of it, it was some things that just couldn't go with me. Even when you think about family, sometimes everybody just can't go. My mom always tells me, everybody can't go. As much as you want them to, everybody just can't go. Some people hinder you. Some people have to grow so that y'all can meet in another lifetime or next month, whatever, you know. But it's like God works on everybody differently, and not everybody is a bad person. We all go through bad seasons, you know.
It seemed like somebody told me, I forgot who it was, they said it's 3 H's in life. 3 H's. People that hurt you, people that hinder you, and people that help you. And it's going to come when the people gonna come in your life, you don't know who it's gonna be, but you will be able to feel it. And it's just like, it's just real. Now, one thing about you, you're extremely transparent about your life, especially when it comes about love. You like real vulnerable with speaking about relationships and love, and you're transparent. How did you get that in this world where everybody is so judgmental and everybody afraid to be like a human? Like, I love you, please come back. I'm hurting if you leave me. I can't live life without you. You don't hear that no more. Even in the music, people is just afraid to just be like, baby, listen, I'll do anything to get you back. I might die if you don't come back. I love you so much. Like, how would you able to be so transparent with your music?
Honestly, I think it's just like about being honest with myself. I feel like the more you lie to yourself, the more it hurts. And I've done stupid things in my relationship where I was just like, this the only girl I want to talk to when at nighttime. I've went out, messed around, called her, first person to come make sure I'm good if I'm throwing up or whatever, and I was like, damn, like I'm really treating this person bad. I'm not being the best version of myself with her. I have to change my ways. And I feel like with that transparency, I think that's when you can have a self-reflection. You can look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, I am a fucked up person right now, or I'm fucked up. I need to clean up. I think that's when you realize a lot about yourself, and you're like, damn, like, this is the best place that I can be in because I know exactly what I'm doing. And I feel like a lot of us know exactly what we're doing, but we don't want to admit it. It's like when you know you're lying to somebody, when you know you're not, being your authentic self or whatever. It's like you feel that. People can't sit up and act like they don't feel that confliction in themselves internally. If you don't, then I mean, like you must have been a fraud for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like even then, like, everybody deserves to be honest with somebody, even if you can't even be honest with yourself. Be honest with God. That's and He's gonna change a lot in you. That's gonna bring a lot of that out of you. And I feel like that's all I had to do was talk to Him more. And I feel like He started to bring a lot more to light for me. And then even my friends, I fell out with a lot of my friends, and we came back closer and stronger than ever, just because we all like, what do we even fall out for? It's like, oh well, shit, well, I was being greedy, or I was this, I was being selfish, I was being considerate. It's like when you tell somebody how you were really feeling, I think that's what makes everything 10 times better.
Now, but too late to be toxic, right? Well, all this going on in your life, everything going, after Love Song come out, you was on Euphoria, Don with Don and Travis, you just was, now you started back over, you're going through life, you're going through ups and downs. Too late to be toxic. And first of all, what is toxic? Because the way you would know, because the way you talk about it. So what is toxic?
Toxic for me is just a feeling of knowing just something's not, like, you're not doing something right. Like, it's like if I'm cheating, like, that's toxicity in a way of like, I'm doing somebody else wrong, but also I'm feeding myself an energy that I don't even need in my life, So I feel like toxic is just something that that does not serve you. That's what toxicity is to me. Now,
the album, what made you come up with the title? What were you thinking? What was your approach to go record?
Last year, I had met this kid named Paige. We started just recording. He records himself, and he moved in with me. We just started recording every single day, and I never had that drive to be in the studio every single day. I never had that drive, and I felt like he put that battery in my back. And with him living with me, we just started recording every single day. And I was dating her at the time, and I was in LA, like I said, messing off and just having fun. And I just started being super vulnerable in my music. And it kind of tapped me back into my Park Car Combos vibe, because at that time I was very vulnerable. But I was very vulnerable because I was like doing ecstasy. And, it was like, at that time, like, serotonin levels, all that stuff just all over the place. But this time I was just like, man, like I really need to let people know, like, this is what I'm doing. And it kind of felt like a confession to her too. She loves my songs, she loves my music. It's hard for her to listen to sometimes because she's just like, she didn't want to hear that shit. But I think she understands that it's a version of myself that I had to, destroy to become what I am now. And it's like, we were just talking about it the other day, all of us in the car, we're just like, man, like, this next chapter is gonna be fully elevating, and I don't want to stay in music for long. Honestly, I'm keeping it being music for me. I'm starting to feel very conflicted in it. And so I just want to be used as a vessel for as long as I can. And I don't want people to see me or listen to my music and be like, yeah, it's cool to go cheat on my girl, or listen to my music and be like, yeah, like, I gotta be this player, or I gotta be up, or this, and that. Like, that's not what I represent. I want people to know that this is my story and this is what I went through. And if you're going through the same thing, relate, but just know you need to change your ways, you know?
So how you feeling about the response of the album, like touring, connected with your fans? Like, how do you feel right now?
I feel really good. I feel really good. I feel like, because the album just dropped the other day, so when I performed at the SOBs, it was dope. Some of them knew some of the songs, and some of them were just like, bitch, just dropped. But when I said, y'all got that Too Late to Be Toxic, they were like, yeah, we got it on our phone. Yeah. You know, like, they were all excited and stuff. So I think after tonight, and then the tour ends November 9th, I feel like I'll be able to see more of a response as far as like being in physical form, but as far as online and stuff like that, it's been really great. I will say it's different though, like when you're with a major than when you're with like an indie major, the type of engagement you get is a little bit different, like as far as like all the big, you know, like pages posting you and stuff like that. Like, I didn't really see all that, but I would say real engagement in real life, pulling up on DSPs and playing my project, they were really excited. They were excited for me, and it was a blessing, and I was just grateful to be there, and it just was fun.
What do it feel to be free? Because it seems really like you just feel you freer now.
Yeah, I feel
it's like less
free.
Pressure, and you just like.
I feel freer because it's just like I think it's just one of those things where it's like you don't feel contractually enslaved to anything. Like my deal with Rostrum is a really good deal. It's not like I'm like contractually like, you know, like in like I have to stay with them type vibe. Like it's an option deal. So it's like it was 15 songs and an option. And they're really great people. And I think it was just like I had all this music and I'm still sitting on a whole bunch of music. So it's just like they wanted to drop as much as me. And I feel like with majors sometimes, not every major label contract deal is like that, but I feel like sometimes you can be in a deal where you got to drop 10 projects and you still never get out. And I feel like I just feel free to do whatever I want. They don't make me feel like I have to make R&B music. Obviously, they love when I sing and they love R&B, but it's like I said, like I made EDM projects and a whole bunch of other projects, and I want to be with people or a partner that's going to allow me to drop whatever I want. So that's what makes me feel free, because I feel like a lot of people try to put me in like the Summer Walker and the Janae Aiko categories, and it's like they're amazing and I would love to perform next to them and, you know, be in the same conversations with them, but it's like there's so much more conversations I can be in, you know? And so it's like I want to just continue being a chameleon, and however long it takes, I'm not gonna stop, but I would say, like I said, I'm not trying to stay in it for a long time.
What did you listen to? What do you listen to? Who do you listen to?
Growing up, like I listened to a lot of Nirvana. Like I got them tatted on my back.
You on some,
Yeah, so it's like I love alternative rock and just like I like heavy metal rock too, like Flyleaf and stuff like that. But I would say it just kind of differentiates. Like from them, I listened to a lot of Drake growing up. Like Drake was probably one of the first artists that I heard growing up. Like my parents had this 2007 or 2008 Drake CD, and I put the CD in the CD player. I was like I play So Far Gone. Yeah, I heard like CeCe's Interlude and Lust for Life and all. I was like, whoa, all these different songs, and the genre was at that time. I was like, that really inspired me, like to make the type of music that I was making. I was like, he's vulnerable, you know, like especially at that time he was really vulnerable, and it was kind of like the singing / rapping thing. And I love Erykah Badu. But we talking about newer generation.
Whatever you listen to, whatever.
I would say for the beat selection, I'm really on Rock 49.
Okay.
Yeah, Rock 49 and Bossman and D-Lo. That beat, like that shit sound good in the car. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm really rocking with them. I'm honestly just really open to listening to anybody. I kind of listen to everything. So if I had to go on my phone right now, it'd probably be so many different types of artists. So I can't think off the top of my head, but I know what I love hearing the speakers knock on though. So.
But listen, Kaash, I appreciate you.
What about you?
Who, me? Oh, me?
Yeah.
All right, so my playlist is a little wild, right? I can show you, like mine's is it's a little different, right?
Is that the air?
Yeah.
It's fire.
Feel it.
Don't drop it.
Oh no, I dropped it already. I'm a phone dropper. Now, if you go right here, right? You go right here, look. I'm gonna show you, like, cause I think I'm a DJ too, right? So I don't know, people probably don't like my playlist. Look at my whole playlist. Go ahead.
Charlie Pride, Howlin' Wolf, Anna Graves, Jesse Blackmore. I gotta listen to these people. Russ' new cover art, crazy. That's hard. Yo Gotti, okay. D Smoke, he's hard. Young Thug, J Electronica. I f with J Electronica.
Oh, you gotta hit this. This is an artist right here. That's me, DJ Wallo 260.
Oh, okay. This is the DJ vibe.
You see my mix?
Pump up the jam. Pump
Yep.
it up. Okay. Gonna make you sweat. Finally, what is love?
You know what I mean? So, mine's is
you
all
in your
over
bag.
the place. It's all over the place.
You most definitely in your bag. Let me see what's in mine.
Like,
On a quick vibe. I know y'all gotta.
No, you cool. You got time. It's all over the place. Like I think, like when you see, like to see people like that, I think it's real. I think you can really connect with new music if you. It's real important to connect like that. Just let me see what you got, and you'll find. You be like, damn, you listen to this, and you be like,
yeah, I gotta check out the Anna Graves girl.
Yeah. Oh no, she's hard. Is
it like alternative or?
Yeah, country.
Country, okay.
Yeah, she's going. She's going to be on here. She's hard.
I fuck with country music. I was just listening to Lady Antebellum yesterday.
All right, so you got Thug, you got Lil Baby 21, you got Lovable, Key Glock. Man. Oh, you got some stuff I don't even know about. Swamper, what's that?
Swamper's hard.
Pluto, you got Pluto on there. You got Drizzy on there. You got Low Shimmy. You got you got AK.
So you look at all
Travis,
this.
You got Gunna on there. You got the Carter 3 in there. You got Stolly in there. Oh, you know about Stolly.
Yeah.
Leon Thomas.
I listen to a lot of old Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Oh, you not playing. August Alsina, DJ Khaled. You got some people up in here.
Yeah.
Zeke Blue, Young Thug. Oh, you got Anne-Marie in there. You got
in the neighborhood, like
Juicy J.
Yeah.
Neighborhood. Yeah, you not playing.
I like Juicy J, the Gun Plus the Mask era when he had Yellow Wolf. I'm a huge Yellow Wolf fan too.
Yellow Wolf was that boy. Listen,
yeah, Trunk Music.
Yellow Wolf came out when he was out at the same time. It was a movement of dudes out. You had Yellow Wolf, you had Stolly, you had Dom Kennedy, you had Currency, you had Mac Miller, you had Wiz Khalifa. Like all these dudes was out at the same time, and it was just like. And listen, it was just crazy. They had a bunch of all their tapes is banging like mixtape. They really need to bring mixtapes back.
I know they need to bring like the Best Buy era, like when artists were pulling up to Best Buy, signing autographs, signing CDs. Like I feel like they need to start making cars again, even the new cars, like with CD players. I feel like that would bring that'll bring a new era back. Cause I feel like now it's like it's not real, and music's just mad oversaturated. I'm like, I didn't drop the album on the same day. Millions of other artists have dropped, like, so I just feel like back then people were waiting for like Nicki Minaj to drop, and
I think it's really about if you have a personal connection with the artist based off of them just really being who they are. I think it's different, and then people just showing their personality and showing who they are because you really can't. There's so much music coming out unless you really tapped in or somebody puts you on. You really don't know.
That is true.
You know what I mean? But I appreciate you, Kaash, for coming through.
I appreciate you too.
Keep doing your thing. I told you years ago we was gonna tap in. We tapped in. Too Late to Be Toxic is out now everywhere.
Streaming.
Listen, man, it gets to the point where you're too late to be doing certain stuff. She said it herself. Thank you for sharing your journey, man.
Nah, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Massive success. I believe you're dope. I believe you embrace your individualism. I believe you're talented. I just believe that you got it. Keep being you and don't never fall victim to nobody rules and nobody fence. People be out here just creating fences, saying you can't do this, you can't do this. If you do this, you corny. If you do this, if you don't, man, just live.
Bulldozing them hoes.
You gotta think about it. You're only 24. You got a lot of life to live. I'm talking about always bet on yourself. Always know that you the shit. If you see it any other way, you're gonna be in trouble. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you for coming through. Much love.
Thank you.
We out of here. Where's Wallo? Kaash Paige.
Where's Wallo?